Have you guys ever been in a situation where the sun's about ready to go down and you still have a few miles to go on your bike ride? And in those situations, you just wish you had a bike light that was small enough that you could just keep on your bike just about all the time. Well, Magicshine just came out with their EVO1300 and it might just meet all those requirements. Let's go ahead and go inside and take a look at what all the EVO1300 has to offer. So this tiny little light right here is the EVO1300, and it's the newest addition to the EVO line from Magicshine. Now the EVO1300 is super tiny, only coming in right around 3 inches by 1 inch by 1.5 inches. This little guy can fit in your pocket, your bike bag, or you can just leave it mounted to your handlebars. Now, one of the things that I really appreciate that Magicshine did is they included a really nice out front mount with this light. In the top portion, you can mount your Garmin or your Wahoo computer, and the EVO1300 is specifically designed to be an undermount light. Most lights, their optics are designed around the light sitting on top of your bars. Well, Magicshine designed this lens to be able to specifically be used underneath the mount. So whenever you go to mount this on your bike, it's gonna mount underneath your computer, and it's not even gonna take up any room on your bars. That's a feature that I really do appreciate. Now, also included with the EVO1300 is a little 2-button remote. This will allow you to switch between all the modes and high beam and low beam, and it'll mount right up to your handlebars. So if you want to change all of your light settings, you don't have to worry about having to take your hands off your handlebars. You can just do it with this little bitty remote. It's pretty cool. Now the EVO1300 does have a rechargeable battery built into it, and they went with USB-C, which is really nice to see because it seems like these days almost everything that I have charges via USB-C. The other thing that you're gonna notice about this light is that there is hardly any buttons to it. It's super simple navigation. This lower button here can power it on, and the upper button can power it on too. You just simply hold down either one of the buttons for a few seconds and then the light will turn on. And then to turn it off, you just hold that button or the top button again for a few seconds and the light will turn off. Now this lower button here closer to the charge port is gonna cycle through all of your low beam settings. You're gonna have a low, medium, and high setting. And then this top button is gonna allow you to quickly go from low beam to high beam. So you could be riding around with your low beam on, set to medium. And if you got to a really dark area where you needed extra light, you could just simply tap that button and it would turn on the high beam. And then if you've got oncoming traffic, you can tap that button again and it'll put it back down to your low beam. That's a pretty cool feature. Now you can customize your light settings however you want inside the app. And so these preset settings are for those that don't want to mess with the app, but I highly recommend downloading the app and setting up some light settings that are just right for you, because whenever you set those up, they save to the memory on the light, and then you never have to open the app again. It's definitely one of the more advanced features that Magicshine started offering on their newer lights just this last year. So I do want you guys to take note, if you want to get this light to flash for a daytime running light, you're either gonna have to use the remote or you're gonna have to program it in the app. Let's go ahead and take a look at this light out here on my driveway. This is where I test all these lights to show you guys the beam pattern and the distance that it'll actually shoot. Now the next 3 settings are gonna be on low beam. You're gonna have low at 100 lumens, medium at 300 lumens, and high is gonna be 650 lumens. And then there is just one high mode on this, and it's high beam, and you're gonna get the full 1300 lumens. So if you wanna get the full power of the EVO1300, you will have to have this on high beam. So the differences between low beam and high beam is not just the number of lumens. The low beam is gonna cut off at the horizon, kind of like what you would see on low beam on your car. And then the high beam is gonna go above the horizon and shine farther. With that 1300 lumens, you're definitely gonna be able to see just about anything in front of you. Now, as for battery life on the EVO1300, on the low setting of 100 lumens, you can expect about 15 hours is what they're estimating. And on the high setting of 1300 lumens, you can expect around 2 hours. So you're gonna wanna really balance between low beam and high beam whenever you're out on the road if you plan on being out for more than a couple of hours. But I really think that the EVO1300 is designed around people who are gonna be commuting or somebody who is just worried that they're gonna get stuck out after dark and they wanna have a nice light to be able to take with them. So there you go, guys. That's the EVO1300. I think this is the ideal light to carry around with you at all times on all of your bikes. Being that it's super lightweight and super compact, you can put it in a pack, in your pocket, or you can just leave it mounted right up to your bike, run it as a daytime running light, and also take advantage of that high beam whenever you're going down a really dark road. If you guys want to pick one of these up for yourself, definitely use my links down below, and don't forget to use my coupon code RUNBikeMike15. There's no point in paying full price when you can get a 15% discount by using that code. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.